We're live.
Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world, and welcome to another session of Living World of Darkness, New York by night, in the Camarilla venue crossed with the Mage venue. Tonight, we find ourselves in Queens, where there is a certain chop shop owned by a certain mage, and I suppose for this mage, Tomie, it's business as usual. She's working on some cars. It's a bit of a late night gig. The sun's gone down by about 2 hours now, so I suppose she's staying at the shop late. Possibly there's not many people around. She's drinking coffee and kind of half working, half listening to the radio. Sort of maybe like having a coffee and a cigarette. Whether she's a smoker, I don't know. I've never met this character before. Um, and yeah, it's just another normal night. Well, as normal as it can be in New York. And yeah, tell me what's Tomie doing right now? What's she doing? Tinkering over the car, watching a bit of TV. What's she up to?
Right now, Tomie is working on one of her own cars at the moment. The one that she's been trying to get work for the past 3, 4 months to no avail, and of course, there is still close to no progress being made on it. A lot of banging of the wrench on things when she gets frustrated. It'll buff out.
Cool, cool. Is there anybody else in the shop? Is it just Tomie?
Nope, just her. The shop is actually the one that you're looking for that the street people know is actually in a garage connected to her house.
Nice, okay. So it's a non-registered chop shop then. It's
Right.
nice, okay. Well, after a while of banging on this car and sort of making vows to buff out various bits of metal where she leaves a dent with her wrench, she can hear like the crunching of tires, as they like slowly move across the road. You get that kind of crunching noise, and you see a pair of headlights, sort of flashing, and you hear an engine sort of running, but it sounds like there's something wrong with it. It's kind of like stuttering. It sounds like this car's just staying in neutral. And do you turn to look?
Yeah, she'll go and open the door next to the proper garage door and sort of peek her head out.
What you see is like one of those old school limousines, not like a stretch limo. It's just like a big, long kind of car. Slightly bigger than usual. Not a stretch limo, but like an old kind of. And it looks like anybody could own this car, like anywhere from like a really poor Arab sheik to some kind of low-level corporate or some kind of, I don't know, the kind of people that own these old limousines. You've worked on enough of them. And it's being pushed currently by I mean, it's a big gentleman, old gentleman in a suit. He's got a couple of tattoos poking out from the neck of his shirt. He's wearing like a black suit. It looks like it's quite fine quality, but he doesn't really care too much for it as he pushes this car up the road. Um, and he sort of turns it into your garage and looks up with these sort of fierce, very, very pale blue eyes and so. Are you open?
Uh, I guess so. What do you need? And she feels around for the switch and opens up the garage door.
I got told you were the person to see if we needed a car mended quick and on the down low, possibly on the cheap. It is, I don't know what's wrong with it. Thing just gave out.
Yeah, bring it in here. I'll take a look at it. But you gotta pick two. Do you want it cheap? Do you want it fast? Or do you want it, well done?
How long does well done take?
No, I could get it done in about a week, probably.
A week? No, no, no. We need it fast tonight. Cannot stay in Queens.
Really? Why not? It's a pretty nice place.
It is fine, but Manhattan is where I live. I need this car up in action, quickly, quickly. Don't ask too many questions. Anyway, he begins to push it with quite surprising strength. The windows are tinted out on this car, But one of them is cracked, just a margin, and you see like a plume of smoke rise very, very faintly from the interior of this car at the back.
Tomie fails her curiosity flaw check, so she asks lots of questions. While it's
Okay.
breaking in, she's sort of looking around at all what's wrong with it. She's like, "How did this happen? How'd this get here? What were you even doing?" Sort of poking at everything. And when she sees the smoke, she leans in really close to get a look at what's on fire.
Um, well, when she peeks in, it's a tinted window, and inside you see just the outline of a figure and the burning of an ember.
Hey,
Um,
there's someone in here. I can't like work on your car if there's someone in it.
fine, fine. He goes over to the opposite side that you're in, and sort of goes to open the car, realizes it's locked from the inside, and then taps on the window. There's a click as the inside of the car's opened, and he opens the door and leans in and he whispers something.
Tommy
The
leans
boss
in
lady
very
says
close.
she cannot work on the car if there is someone in it. Well, why the fuck can't she work on it if I'm inside it? It's not like I'm sat on the fucking bonnet now, is it? I don't know. She says she cannot work on the car, and we need to move quickly. Queens is not home. Yeah, you make a point. Mm. How long did she say it would take to do the job properly? A week. No, it's not gonna work. He steps out of the car. The person you see is a very, very tall, about 6'3", very lithe, very rakish kind of gentleman. He's quite sallow of skin. He's got quite hollow features, but very high cheekbones and quite a structured jawline. He's wearing a short pork pie kind of trilby with a pheasant feather stuck in it, and his suit is, I mean, not the, but you probably, he's wearing a suit. It's a very dark grey suit. It looks like it's nice, but it's a little bit frayed. And he's smoking a very strong smelling cigarette. And he steps out of the car and his shoes kind of crunch over the gravel in the garage, and he sort of kicks away a small piece of debris. And he sort of,
Tommy looks way up at both of them because she is 5'3", a very, very tiny Asian girl. It's like, whoa.
listen, sister, I'm on kind of a tight schedule, so why don't you just tell me how long it's going to take to get this car up and running, how good you can do it within the next 3 hours, and how much I have to pay you to make sure it's up to scratch.
3 hours? Dude, your car looks like it just got fucked. Well, what are you in such a hurry for? I mean, like, there's nothing going on tonight.
Yeah, well, ask no questions, hear no lies. He sort of stands back and leans against the wall. Before he goes to lean on it and then rubs his hand over it, notices the dust, and he sort of slings on this kind of 3/4 length leather coat with like a big fur collar. He sort of just shrugs it on and leans against the wall.
I don't know about 3 hours, man. I figure if I work through the night, I can get you out of here by, like, noon?
By noon.
I mean, look what
Listen,
you brought me. You should have brought it, like, a few hours ago.
well, look, it's hardly fucking. I don't know. There's something wrong with the engine. It's not like there's a fucking hole in it. It's just. It's been a while since this car's been MOT'd.
Yeah, whatever, dude. I'll take a look. And she's going to lift up the hood. Anything come out?
No, it's not like smoke or anything. I mean, I don't know much about cars out of character. You notice there's just a load of bits that are sort of. It looks like this car pushed itself a little bit too hard, went over a few bumps, a little bit too heavy, and sort of overasserted itself. The suspension isn't as good as it should be for this kind of heavy driving, so there's a few bits that have been knocked loose, like the fan belt seems to have come off. The whole thing looks like it could do with just a proper tune-up.
And, in order to see all that, she's going to, Limey will actually notice, she pulls out a pair of broken sunglasses from her pocket, puts them on, activates Matter's sight, and yeah, just like taking a glance at it, she just lists everything that's wrong with it. Before turning around, she's like, "You do street racing?" Lifts up her sunglasses.
Not personally.
Does whoever drive this thing do street racing? Because this thing's torn up. The last time I saw this, there was like this huge race going on in, fuck, I don't remember where it was. But anyway, this guy died. There was a whole like news story about it.
James
Whatever.
Dean.
Uh, fuck if I know.
He kind of rolls his eyes, and it's that kind of look that somebody would give like an errant child, like somebody who doesn't really know very much, like a little bit superior. Because clearly, I mean, in his lifetime, James Dean was a massive star who, when he crashed his Porsche into a tree and fucking died, was a huge thing.
He just gives him sort of a like a really look, really.
He kind of glances down at you again. And he kind of looks at, he fills his cigarettes and comes up like, is there like a shop around here?
Everything's closed. It's the middle of the night. You're lucky that I'm a nice, fantastic person who let you in here.
Yeah, no,
She's
you're a
gonna
real
grab
gem.
her
Look,
shit.
no, but this is fucking New York. Like, there's got to be a 24-hour place somewhere around here.
Yeah, probably, but good luck getting anyone to fix this in less than like a week.
I'm not talking about a car shop. I'm talking about a shop. I'm out of fags.
She snorts when he says fags. Here, I've got some. And she, digs around in her stuff, pulls out, like, an old, like, half-squished box of, like, really generic, like, Marlboro cigarettes and just throws them at him.
Catches them. Quite effortlessly, really. Like, he sort of glances up and sort of just snags them out of the air. And Marlboro Red. Yeah, pulls one out, lights it. Boris, he sort of pulls some cash out of his pocket, and sort of a roll in a money clip, and leaves through a few notes. And, see if you can go and find me some something I like. Sobrani, Embassy, Dunhill, something good. Do you need anything? A pint of milk or those things that you need? He says to Tomie.
What? No, I'm fine, dude. You want anything to drink? There's, like, some beer in the fridge over there. She sort of gestures to a little mini fridge covered in oil.
I'm fine, thanks. Ivan, go on. He gives him he sort of gives him the money and very diligently sort of nods his head and turns around and walks off.
She gives Limey this really weird look. It's like as if he had, like, sprouted a horn from his forehead or something.
What?
Is his name Boris or Ivan? Or do you just make up some generic Russian name to call him every time?
Yeah, I called him fucking Boris, didn't I?
You did.
Fuck. He's Ivan. Boris is like a nickname. It's weird.
Alright, whatever floats your goat, dude. And she's gonna start banging around in his car.
Limey sort of looks down. He doesn't really interact with mortals much. Not like just straight run of the mill kind of normal people, at least. So he kind of, when she's like sort of being like, yeah, sure, whatever floats your boat, dick. Like, he kind of gives her this sort of like look, like yeah.
Oh, she
It's
said,
after she's gone
she didn't
gone
say
underneath the
boat,
hood.
she said goat, like the animal.
Yeah, like he just sort of like looks a little bit not stunned, but kind of incredulous, sort of to a degree. And I don't know, like sort of just sort of smiles a bit odd. And he sort of just begins smoking.
And while she's working, she will continue to ask questions because she was specifically told not to. So, you don't sound like the other assholes from Manhattan. Where are you from?
Across the pond, London.
Oh, really? Why'd you come here? Bang,
Uh,
bang, clang.
um, uh, Bit of work, bit of pleasure.
Oh, gee, that was specific and not sketchy and generic at all. Bang, bang, like wrench, wrench, wrench.
Yeah, well, what I thought I'd do is come over to Manhattan and take over the heroin trade. And then I figure if I work out of Harlem and then spread to the other districts, I can make a real killing if I become the kingpin of the city, you know?
I don't think heroin really sells that much here. I've never heard of it. Try
Um,
coke.
he,
It's
he,
like the
he
rich
was
man's
being
thing.
sarcastic and is now not sure if it translated or not.
She is returning with sarcasm.
Ah. Failed at empathy. Cool. Mm.
And what about your buddy there? He looks like he's straight out of Eastern Promises or some shit. Bang, bang.
Eastern Promises.
Yeah, it's this movie I watched over the weekend with some people I know. Ew, what is this? She reaches her hand in there and pulls out something disgusting and black looking, throws it at him.
Steps out of the way very quickly and then gives her like a disgruntled look, gives her a proper stink eye.
Have you ever owned a car before? Reaches out, pulls out more shit.
Personally, no. I drove a scooter back in
A scooter?
a Vespa.
That's cool. I haven't seen one of those in forever. How'd you get your hands on it?
Uh, Original model. You can say, I suppose, lost in time. I picked it
Huh,
up on the cheap from a friend.
huh, that's pretty kick-ass.
Thanks. No, but Ivan is an associate of mine. We met a few months after I came to the city.
Sorry, can... Fuck.
You okay? Shelby? It would appear that Shelby is having technical difficulties. As this conversation goes on, Limey sort of idly puffs at the cigarette and gives kind of glances around the room, and sort of looking a little bit, not bored, but sort of semi-interested. And just sort of seems to be rattling along with the conversation. And is she back? Apparently not. As the conversation rolls on, he sort of glances at his watch and sort of pulls out his phone once or twice and sends a message. And his mind drifts to his meeting earlier on in the night with another member of the Camarilla where... Oh,
Oh, sorry.
are you back? Shelby? His mind drifts to the conversation earlier he had in the night, and he sort of goes quiet for a while this girl works on the car. You back? No, I figure if I stay quiet for a little while, she might come back.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Oh, a little bit faint, but yeah.
Damn it. Sorry,
Okay, there
my
you are.
headset's a piece of shit. What did I miss while I was mute and deaf?
Mostly just me doing a tiny little monologue about sort of Limey and his general demeanour while he's in the shop. Nothing important.
Hmm.
But the last thing he said to Tomie was, "Yeah, Ivan is a business associate of mine. We met a few months after I came to the city." Yeah, Shelby.
Okay, I think I'm good.
Yeah, you're good now.
He just nods. Oh, really? Business? What kind of business? She looks over at him. Had some pretty crazy tattoos for a businessman. I'd be surprised they'd let him into board meetings.
Well, the kind of business that allows us to know the people to send us to an unlicensed chop shop at 11 o'clock at night.
No, fair enough, fair enough. Goes back to banging around in there. Lots of terrible noises coming from your vehicle. So,
You. Huh?
sorry, go ahead.
So you might notice this car seems to be reinforced to some degree. It's all quite. It's the car is quite. The metal's quite thick and seems to have sort of extra layers in places where you might not expect to have extra layers. But you were saying.
Hmm. And she looks around, and not being the master of subtlety, of course, she has to comment on it as well. Just sort of pokes at it. So, you afraid of getting shot? Poke, poke, bang, bang.
New York City, everyone's afraid of getting shot.
Yeah, but usually not in your car. There aren't a lot of drive-bys. I don't know how nice Manhattan is, but I've never seen one happen.
Depends on what part of Manhattan you're in, I suppose. You dig?
Oh, are you stuck in like the shitty part or whatever?
I'll put it like this: I'm the only white Englishman that I know of that manages to survive in Harlem.
Harlem, huh? Never been there.
It's groovy. Check it out sometime.
I might just. I've mostly been hanging around here. 'Cause this is kind of where I live, you know? It's
Just
not
here.
really. Yeah, in Queens, you know. The only time I've been to Manhattan was to go to the park, but even that's kind of boring sometimes.
Um, if you want to make a perception empathy, you can, but he sort of stifles a small laugh when you mention Central Park.
Sure, why not? Uh, all dim dice. She just sort of thinks nothing of it, shrugs. Hmm. Man, this thing's really fucked up. Puts down her sunglasses again, stares at it through the cracked lens of the sunglasses. Hmm.
Why are you wearing sunglasses?
And she's gonna look up back at him with the sunglasses on, and she sort of pauses for a minute, again looking at him like he just grew a third eye on his forehead. Hmm. Oh, they help me concentrate, you know.
Groovy.
Still staring at him.
He kind of like glances away, then glances back again. And he looks down at the car, like,
Well, that's weird as fuck. She mumbles as she goes back to working on the car.
what? What's weird as fuck?
You sick or something?
Not that I know of. Checkered past. You know what it's like. Black bags
Oh.
under the eyes, sallow skin. You've met people in the business.
Yeah, I guess so. Not. Yeah. She just shrugs, goes back to working. None of them were room temperature, though. Bang, bang, bang.
And at that point, I will make a charisma. Would that be charisma performance to seem like really, really nonplussed by that?
Or subterfuge, whatever you have more
Oh,
dice for, I
subterfuge. We'll do
guess.
subterfuge. That's the one I'm good at. That's 7 dice. If you could roll that for me, please.
Yeah, totally. There. 2 successes, you're kinda chill.
He's like calm, but like his brow quirks kind of, I don't know, poignantly when she mentions the room temperature thing.
She just turns back around. Aha! I found the problem! And she's going to reach her hand into the car, as if she did not just remark on his lack of body heat. And she reaches her hand in there, and you hear a horrible crack, like bones snapping. And she's going to pull out a raccoon.
The fuck? Oh, raccoon as well. Pity.
She's gonna go and drop it in the trash can. It was probably sleeping in your engine when you started the car up. You didn't hear anything happen?
I tend not to pay attention.
Oh, paying attention's good. This little guy might still be alive if you did. Just like she bangs on the hood a few times, before you started
Don't
up.
mourn for him,
bang,
mourn
bang.
for the inconvenience that he presents when crawling into my engine and getting himself fucked up. Sorry, excuse me.
You alright?
Fine. He looks a little on edge, like he looks a bit like disgruntled and a bit pissed off, like his jaw's set and he's all like,
She just looks at him. You sure?
absolutely.
Alright, well, he banged some shit up, but overall it looks okay. Just gotta, let's see. Ew, he tore up your carburetor bad. Gonna have to fix that. What model's this? She says as she starts, like, digging through her shit. It's all labeled, but it's also all in a pile.
Out of character, I have no idea what the fuck kind of model this would be. It's a Merc. It's just Merc limo. That's all I know.
Alright. And she goes back over to the car. Should be a serial number in here somewhere. Provided somebody didn't, like, file them off for whatever bizarre reason.
Not that I know of. Actually, you might have to take a fake dice over that because the history of this car will not be legit.
Okay, she looks around. Most of these things are filed off. That makes my job so much harder. Says, finally, oh wait, here's something. So, you never answered my question. What kind of business? You do street racing, you do drugs, you do, like, I don't know, more sinister shit? Like, mafia shit?
Uh, so, how much will you charge for this?
Okay, I guess you're not comfortable answering that question.
Well, no, just
Let's
answer the fucking
see.
question. How much?
Parts. What?
Just answer the question. How much?
Let's see. The parts, the time, run you about 150.
150. Well, how about we call it 400, and anything we talk about in this room is strictly on the low down. You dig?
Ooh. And she nods. Yeah. Yeah, I dig. Like a shallow grave.
Groovy. And he sort of slaps down a small, a considerable wad of bills on the table and slides them over. Well, to limit it to one particular. To limit it to one particular avenue would be to diminish what I do.
She seems very interested.
Uh, think of it in the least complicated terms. I run a firm. I'm like a manager. You dig?
I guess, yeah.
So a couple of mafioso, a couple of street gangs, and all the businesses they might entail. Drugs, women, guns.
Nice, nice. She just sort of takes that in. Mafia and gangs. Huh. Which gangs? Do I know any of them?
Yeah, undoubtedly.
No specifics. Alright, whatever.
So what, you got like a heat reader in those sunglasses? What?
Yeah, something like that. It's mostly for working on cars and stuff. You know, lets me find the problem a lot quicker than usual. Rolls
Let's
the
have a look.
most
That sounds
pathetic
interesting.
subterfuge of dice ever.
Okay, I would like to make a perception
hmm
empathy
Okay.
with a specialization in character analysis, please.
Okay, how many dice?
That's 6 dice.
So you're analyzing her character.
Well, and the lie. I mean, it's the specialization is
Okay.
just if there happen to be tens there, really. But it's
Okay.
you
Well,
you lied to me, so it's more like him just trying to sniff the lie out. What's
yeah, with all those successes, the two main things you get with the character analysis on top of that, she is lying, but she has no ill intents. Like, this kid doesn't really have an agenda. She's
you kind
just
of
a
like
little bullshitter.
just like sort of raises an eyebrow. All right, then let's have a go.
Huh?
The glasses, let's have a go.
Oh, shit, okay. And she'll take them off and hand them to him, using mind to transfer the force's effect to him. Basically, they're going to work for you. You're going to see body heat and all that stuff.
Huh, no shit. And he looks at his own hand to see how dramatic the difference is.
Tomie puts her hand next to it. She is bright orange and you are blue.
Huh, these things must be broken. And he sort of slowly sinks his hand into his pocket.
Did you just steal her glasses?
No, no. It's his other
Okay.
hand.
Okay. She shrugs. They work perfectly fine. Everything else is accurate, even down to the car.
So what do you put that down to then?
I don't know. Something up with you.
Well,
Definitely something up with you.
last time I checked, I was pretty normal.
She
Bit of
raises
a
an
breathing.
eyebrow.
Does it take a genius to work out that there should be no plausible way of having heat sensing technology in a pair of glasses?
Yeah, no, it doesn't really make much sense. They look like broken sunglasses you'd find on the side of the road. In fact, that's literally what they are.
Yeah, because, I mean, if there's something wrong with me, then there's definitely something up with these glasses, because, well, I mean, they're hardly endorsed by Stephen Fry, are they?
Was that? Sorry, you cut out, or like I cut out, or something.
He says, well, these glasses are hardly endorsed by Stephen Fry, are they? So,
Tomie
I'd say
just
there's
looks
probably
at him.
something wrong
Who?
with the glasses. Stephen Fry, famous British actor and intellectual. I guess you wouldn't know. What I'm saying is, these glasses are not kosher.
Okay, why aren't they kosher? What's wrong with them?
I'm like, fuck it, perception empathy on you, because you're weird.
You don't need to make much of one. She's making this face, the face in her picture right here.
Like a cheeky little bitch.
And by the way, you got 4 successes. I guess 5 if you're analyzing her character. She finds this hilarious, and she's just waiting to see what you do. She's looking at your reaction 100%, and she thinks it's funny.
Well. And he just sort of stands there with one hand in his pocket, kind of looking at her. What's so funny?
She just shakes her head. Can I have my glasses back?
Oh, these? And now the masquerade could be fucked, so the first thing that's going are the glasses. He, like, no, these are fucked. I don't think you want these back.
Yeah, I do. That's my favorite pair. Come
Then I
on,
guess you
dude.
can come
I
over here and
don't
take
care
them
if you're
quietly.
room temperature. Give me my glasses back.
The problem with the glasses, they can tell that I'm room temperature. The problem with you is that apparently you think I'm room temperature. Personally, I think you're a little mad.
She just
And
rolls
I'm
her eyes, crosses her
certainly not sure what's
arms.
up with these.
I mean, I'll just make another pair. Like, what are you gonna do? Break my glasses, piss me off, then make me have to go make another pair? Come on, that's really a dick move.
What do you mean go and make another pair? You made these?
Yeah, I did.
How?
I'm not telling you.
But why?
'Cause, like, I don't want anybody else getting their hands on my cool ass space age technology. Do you imagine if,
Right.
like, Apple found out that I could do crazy shit with glasses? Half of
If
what
Apple
she
found out I'm
sounds
room
very
temperature.
sarcastic, by the way.
Listen, kid, look, I don't know who the fuck you think you are or who the fuck you think I am, but this ain't normal. Tell me what the score is and I'll give you your glasses back. Sound fair?
The score?
Yeah, the score. There's always a score. This is New York.
What kind of score? I don't get it. Use like normal American English, dude. This is my second language. I can't be bothered with your slang.
The score, like what's going on. You dig?
What's going on? Weird room temperature guy and his pet Russian push their car with a raccoon into it into my shop.
Yeah. Quirky girl from Queens apparently can create thermostatic glasses.
Yeah,
It's all very funny, but
okay. First tell me why your room temperature. We'll start there.
no.
Okay. I guess we're done here. Your car should be up and running if I go start it up. She walks back over to the car.
Does it run?
Let's see. It stutters a few times. Shit. It's close. It's close. She opens it back up. Like, reaches her hand out, makes grabby motions towards her glasses.
Fuck's sake. He hands the glasses over.
Thank you. Looks back at it. Goes back to fixing shit. Okay, so the score. I can make really awesome things. Things like this that makes everybody's job so much easier. I also do this shit for all kinds of people who aren't really people, so.
People aren't really people. Groovy. So, when you say people that aren't really people, are you really people? Because
Oh
you
yeah,
can't glance
I'm really
up and
people.
down. Then why the fuck do you fit in?
Not very well. She just grins.
That makes two of us then. So what? You're some kind of what? Like a fixer? Like you're a what?
I do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Most of it's fixing stuff. Actually, most of it's breaking stuff. A lot of it's fixing stuff, though. Some of it's making more trouble. Some of it's making trouble go away. Actually, I don't think I've ever made trouble go away. She shrugs.
Right.
Still working.
So what then? I mean, because you're clearly not room temperature.
Nope. She sort of checks. Nope, still warm.
When it rains, do you smell like wet dog?
No, but I dated this guy. Whew.
At this point, he visibly tenses up.
Tomie starts laughing at him. Oh shit! Oh shit! You're one of the. Oh man, that's
Oh,
funny.
thank Christ, I don't have to fucking kill you. Good.
Wait, what? Oh no, don't do that. That would be really shitty. Especially after I fixed your car and showed you my glasses.
That's true. We've got these rules, you see.
Yeah, I know. You all do. It makes sniffing you out so fucking hard.
Well, I have my own people back in Manhattan, and they will look this car over, and if I find anything which resembles a tracker. Remember, I know where you live. He says this with like a smile on his face, like he's half
Yeah,
serious.
yeah, I get it, Dracula.
You know, 80 years, and that's the first time anyone's called me that. I'm quite surprised.
Really? Huh. Well, I do give everybody a name. You know, it's a lot safer to not have a name, to not have a name people can use against you. So I'll call you Dracula.
I've already got a nickname.
But is it a name that can be used against you?
Well, let's just say it's not on any of my legal documents.
No, that
But then,
doesn't matter. Is it a name that you identify yourself with?
it's a name everybody identifies me with.
Okay, fair enough. What is it?
Well, now you've made such a big deal out of it, I'm not sure I want to tell you.
Oh, come on, I'm supposed to be the insufferably cryptic one here.
Mm. But I've done pretty well so far.
Yeah, there ain't enough room in this town for the both of us, though. She pulls out her fingers, makes the gun motion.
His hand comes out of his pocket a little bit too quick and like his hand was there. His hand wasn't there and then it was kind of thing. Like
She looks
he
around. So, here's the real pressing question. Do you sparkle?
what?
Do you sparkle in the sun? Do you sparkle or do you go
We sparkle.
nice, nice?
I'm not sure what that means though. Why sparkle?
Oh, there was this vampire movie that came out a while ago in which, like,
Christ.
instead of going boom in the sun like they're supposed to, they sparkle and they go all, like, glittery.
Well, I'm not saying we do go boom in the sun. But what I will tell you is that we certainly don't sparkle. Sounds a bit, well, fruity, if you ask me.
Yeah, I never got it. I thought you were supposed to be like these awful, ravenous, bloodthirsty monsters. No offense, I mean, unless you're into that kind of image.
Bit indiscreet, don't you think?
I don't know, you could be like Helsing, you know,
Helsing.
like walk around in a big red trench coat with a gun longer than your arm, just like
As
blowing the
in Van
brains out of
Helsing?
Nazis.
I don't know that reference either.
Oh, damn.
I know, not very fun, really, is it, talking to somebody who's a relic?
Are you a relic? How old are you? How old are you really?
I'm not as old as some. Um, Old enough to be your great grandfather, I suppose.
Damn, you don't look bad for like ancient.
Hmm. Well, I can say one thing about my condition, at least it keeps me pretty.
You could say that. You look a little, she sort of pulls at her skin. A little bit like a painted corpse now that I'm looking at you. But hey, everyone has their standards of beauty, right?
Well, I suppose so. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder and all that jazz.
Mm-hmm. She's gonna slam the hood down and try to start the car. Damn it. It
What?
starts for a brief second, and you hear it start to run, and then suddenly there's a loud bang, and it just.
Okay, how much more do I have to pay you so that you don't fuck my car up more than it was when it came in?
Hey, I'm good at fixing things. Okay, it just takes a while sometimes, and you had a raccoon in there.
That's true. Fucking little mask wearing bastard.
Goes back to fucking around in the car. She grabs more items, a grease rag, starts like wiping things off. Hmm. It should be fine. I don't know what's making it fuck up now. Back to the sunglasses. She taps them a few times.
Hmm.
Let's see. She tries something else.
So what about you then? What's the deal with you?
What's the deal with me?
Yeah. Well,
Well,
clearly you're not just a very well-enlightened human.
one day I was racing and a guy pulled a gun on me, shot me in the back of the head. Haven't been the same ever since.
Perception, empathy? I want to see if that's a lie.
It's not a lie. I mean, you can't detect whether or not it's a lie, but
Shit.
she's not lying.
No shit. So getting shot in the back of the head allows you to turn sunglasses, what do they call it, infrared?
It's my own special superhero story. Isn't it interesting?
I've heard worse ones.
Yes! Now she's going back in, and the car will start. And it'll run, and it sounds fine, actually. Sounds better than before you brought it in. Better than before you hit the raccoon. There. She sort of claps, wipes her hands off. That wasn't too bad. Told you I could fix it.
I have and had unwavering faith in you.
She just looks at him. She doesn't believe him.
Well, well, my people put me onto you, so you must have something about you.
Well, we all have something about us. You can't really throw a rock without hitting something crazy in this city.
Starting to feel that way.
So, like, which of your people? Are they Are they people, or are they not people?
What, my people?
Yeah.
Mixture.
Oh, that helps.
Most of them are people. Thankfully, most people don't have heat-seeking glasses.
Yeah. But now I know that I can see you guys with heat-seeking glasses. Oh, this will be fun.
You mentioned having other friends.
What?
You mentioned having other friends.
Oh, yeah, I have a lot of friends. Friends from all over the place.
That information would prove less than useful if it were to get spread around. You dig?
I don't care. Your business is your business. I just fix shit. And
Now,
make shit.
he rolls into his pocket and he pulls out a big wad of cash this time. So, you seem pretty, well, for one of the more interesting types of people in the city, apparently you seem
Sorry, I
vaguely
cut out again and
driven.
didn't hear that.
No, seeing as you're, seem vaguely, how to say, human, it would resonate with me that money talks. So, what do you call it? An extra 200 on top of the bill, just to ensure that this stays between us. Yeah.
I will gladly take your money, but I wasn't bullshitting you. I mean, I don't care. You tell me whatever you want, it stays in here. She taps her head. Nobody gets in here.
And he's going to make another character analysis, and I'm really sorry for making you roll all these dice. And he's
That's
going to spend
okay.
willpower. He's going to spend willpower this time.
I. What are you trying to discern? You got
How
three
honest is she?
successes. She's totally honest. she has no plans of using this information for anything other than to sate her curiosity.
I must say you're a welcome relief from most people.
No? Why is
Not
that?
to play the brooding creature of the night, but you seem innocent, honest. You dig?
Yeah, I guess. I don't really have much to hide, save for stuff that, like, I have to. So it's whatever. I'm glad that you came here. I never got to meet one of you guys before.
Never?
Mm-mm. No, I was told about you, and to be honest, I wasn't told the nicest things about you, but
Oh,
never
what were
seen
you
one.
told?
Mostly that you guys are dicks. That was about it. I mean, yeah, that you guys are dicks. It was also very, very emphasized to me that the werewolves are cooler than you, so there's that.
Sorry about that. Somebody called me. Um, we left on mostly that you guys are dicks, am I right? Shelby? So, sorry about that. Hello? Hello, hello? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Okay, you can hear me, but I can't hear you.
I'm going to log out and then come back in again.
Hmm.
Okay, how about now? Nothing?
No, it's definitely a problem on my end. I'm refreshing.
No.
Fuck.
Are we back? Shelby?
Still can't hear you, unfortunately.
Um,
Um, fuck. Okay. I something?
oh, pardon?
Oh, okay, I got you. I can hear you now.
Ah, no way!
Yeah, sorry, I can't do a single scene without technical difficulties lately.
Oh, fuck's sake, Shelby. um,
Where were we?
we were at mostly that you guys are all dicks, I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's about all that I was told. You guys are all dicks. You guys are
Well,
dicks, you live in Manhattan, and you suck blood. I think that's about it. Yeah, she shrugs.
Well, not entirely based in myth.
What?
It's
Oh, I was also told you have different types. Like, yeah, that was it, really. I know that there are different kinds of you. I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
no, we're generally all just the same, just kindred.
Just kindred. I've never heard that word.
It's like an old word. Vampire is what we go by.
She looks at him. Okay.
Are you rolling
So,
dice?
no, I'm not rolling dice. She just sort of gives him a weird look. But, okay. Whatever floats your goat.
What does that mean? What the fuck?
Whatever works for you. I don't know.
Hmm.
If it's good enough for you, it's good enough for me.
I swear that's a song. So what about you, miss? I just fix and make things and sometimes break things, etc.
What do you mean?
Well, assumably you're not just a person who makes things. You're not just a simple tinkerer, are you? Because there was nothing in those glasses that would have made him able to do that. So,
She
ergo,
pinches herself. Nope, still human.
I didn't ask that. You can still be human and be a lot of different things.
I guess so. What kind of things? What do you think I am? I want to hear that. She
Hmm.
grins.
What?
What do you think my deal is? I want to know that first.
Well, clearly not a dog, because you'd have tried to rip me apart by now. Don't think you're from the Bronx, because you'd have stuck to the Bronx, you wouldn't be in Queen. That leaves two things that I've heard of.
Mm-hmm.
Either you're Fae folk, or you're something else, which I've never had any kind of interaction with before.
All
That makes
very
you.
interesting theories, though. I don't really steal people's firstborns or do anything like that.
No, you don't. But there's one other thing that you could be.
Uh-huh.
Hmm. And it would make you something of an exception, because as far as I know, my kind, and I can only speak for myself, of course, ain't met your kind before.
Well, don't
Make
leave
you,
me hanging.
what do they call them? Wizards, mages, something like that.
Wizards. She just grins.
Something tickle you?
None of those are bad guesses. I guess it's up to you to decide which one's the reality, isn't it?
Oh, there's only two options. One of them makes you dangerous, one of them makes you more dangerous, I suppose.
Do you like danger, Dracula?
A little too much sometimes. But I prefer a nice, quiet life.
Aw, that's too bad.
He sort of smiles and sort of walks a little bit closer to you and sort of looks you up and down, sort of in a slightly new light.
She just puts her hands on her hips, grins up at him. That perfect, I'm a little shit grin.
Presence 1, seduce. No. This is the part where they fuck, right? No. No, interesting. Don't mind a bit of danger, I suppose. Comes with the turf, doesn't it?
I guess so. You can't really avoid it around here. But hey, she reaches into her pocket, pulls out a business card for this place, the her chop shop in particular. Come around sometime if you need a little more danger.
And of course, he takes the card and slips it into his pocket. If you need anything. And that means tools, no garage, car, guns, drugs, women. You know the score. Give me a call. And he hands you. It's just a card with a number written on it in like biro.
Huh. Thanks, Drac. She'll take it, pocket it.
So
We'll
what
be
am I
in
going to
touch
call you
then.
then?
I don't know. What do you want to call me?
I don't know. I was never so good at making nicknames myself. That weird girl with the glasses.
A little long-winded.
That weird girl for sure.
Hey, if it works for you, it works for me.
He sort of smiles, this very small and quite humorless grin, but it's clear that he's kind of slightly tickled. Not going to tell me your tag then.
Oh, well, it's on the card. She points to it. But you were so quick to pocket it, didn't even bother to read it. What if I just, like, drew a dick on it and gave it to you?
A lot of people hand me a lot of cards. Not many people hand me cards with dicks drawn on them.
Well,
But
there's a first time for everything.
it's nice to meet you,
Tomie.
Tomie. Cute name. Well, it's been a pleasure. And he sort of extends his hand.
She'll shake it. She has a very strong handshake. She's stronger than she looks, that's for sure.
How strong?
Strength 3.
Strength 3.
Yeah.
Well, he's strength 2, but effectively strength 5. So he just sort of like gives her hand one very short squeeze. Not like to hurt her, but just a little, just like a little friendly squeeze.
Some very
smiles.
subtle dick waving.
Yeah. But just, well, be good, Tomie. Right on cue. And Ivan sort of walks up from outside and gives the door a tap. And
she's gonna run over, open the door. Hi, Ivan Boris.
He kind of looks down at you.
Grin.
Ivan or Boris works fine. And sort of smiles. And he goes over and gets in the driver's seat. Limey sort of walks over to the back of the car and then sort of, I'll be seeing you, Tomie.
Yeah, don't be a stranger.
He gives like a long, very unblinking stare, which is something probably over the interaction you've noticed he's kind of wants to do every so often, just to sort of stop moving and just sort of look and not really blink much. Then he seems to remember himself and slips into the car with a slight wink. And yeah, the car fires up, hopefully just fine.
Yep, hopefully it works just fine. And
doesn't blow into flames,
does it? Problems with it.
Cool. Okay. All right. Yeah. In that case, the window cracks again, and you see like a small trail of smoke fill up from within. and the car pulls out. From inside the car, you can hear like smooth jazz playing, and yeah, and as it drives off down the road, the sort of sound fades to nothing, and all is quiet once again in this road in Queens.
Tomie watches as the car pulls out of her garage and out of sight slams the button to get the garage door to go down, cracks open a beer, and just laughs. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we can end our scene.